Cycling for me has always been about adventure. There's something simple and pure about escaping the city and getting out for a ride. It's our chance to escape, to forget about the spreadsheets and the budgets, and instead focus on the click of gear changes and the purr of rubber on bitumen. Every ride is an opportunity to see the world from a different perspective, a slower pace, to experience an area with all the senses and deep lungfuls of fresh air. It's about finding new paths, new routes, new directions, and new destinations that would otherwise be missed. My name's Andy, and I just love to ride. Cycling was always a purely functional thing for me. It was less about the bike and more about a convenient way to get from point A to point B. I could never understand what would motivate anyone to set their alarm for 6 a.m. in the middle of winter and then ride for hours on end each weekend. My sister had recently taken part in a large relay ride through regional Victoria, and her passion was infectious. I replaced my neglected, saggy-tired and rusting bike, and really for the first time discovered that cycling didn't have to be an ordeal. Something clicked. This cycling caper suddenly opened up a whole new world. I could access places I couldn't before, and it gave me the freedom and the flexibility to go where I wanted, when I wanted, under the satisfying steam of my own power. I was hooked. An entry in the 50-kilometre version of Around the Bay in a Day sparked an interest in cycling events and challenging myself. And as I hit Beach Road for the first time, I could see the city shimmering and distant, and I knew I'd be back one day. Around the Bay in a Day quickly became the must-do ride on the calendar. After attending for the 4th year in a row, I set up a work team, organising, motivating, and occasionally arm-twisting a growing work group each year. Within a few years, we had a team of more than 70 riders of all abilities. We'd mix up the training, taking riders to new locations each time. In 2011, I was asked to be the official Around the Bay corporate ambassador. It was a great introduction to Bicycle Network and the start of a long relationship with this fantastic organisation. The challenge of events struck a chord. I liked the idea of seeking bigger and bigger challenges. And with a growing group of like-minded cyclists, we rode our way through longer and larger events. Eventually there came a point where we crafted challenges of our own design, lazily dreamed up during long rides in the hills and diligently completed, but with no small amount of suffering. The dreaming got larger and the self-administered challenges bigger, eventually leading to the formation of the Hells 500 crew, a group of road cyclists with a passion for hill climbing in the high country of Victoria. The core group of 20 riders set the benchmark for recreational hill climbing in Victoria and currently hold the record for the fastest completion of the 7 Peaks Alpine Ascent Challenge. Through a range of apparel, events, campaigning and community involvement, the core group connects with a much wider audience. The goal of Hells 500 is simple: to share our love and passion of hill climbing with other cyclists. Through this love of hill climbing, we've assisted riders of all abilities to tackle the biggest mountains in Victoria. As much as we're about challenge, we're also about breaking down barriers that prevent cyclists from getting out and exploring new areas. Over the next few weeks, I look forward to sharing my experience and advice on how to approach a challenge such as the RACV Great Victorian Bike Ride. I'm excited about the prospect of visiting new towns, finding new roads, meeting new friends, and sucking in some of that incredible sea air. Stay tuned as I guide you through what to expect from a multi-day ride, how to best prepare both mentally and physically, and practical advice on setting up your bike and body to make the experience a positive and enjoyable one. I look forward to seeing you at the RACV Great Victorian Bike Ride.